Hey, good afternoon, good day. Cheers from Ed over at Antique Toys. We're going to do some fun stuff. Yes, it's a broken record, but it's good to get perspective on large buses, small buses, arcade toys, and good old-fashioned Kenton toy variations. So stay tuned for more of cast iron goodness. All right, so we have an arcade panel van, possibly called Beaver Tail, an arcade relic, and then we got Kenton bus variations. So let's start with this one. This came our way recently. It's about a 1935 or so International. Nickel grill, rubber tires that always age, and playware on the top, which is totally normal for kid play. But with the sticker on the right and sticker on the left, good looking toy. I ended up helping out a friend that needed things buttoned up a little bit. The rivet came loose, so I helped him there. Good toy, big toy when you compare it to the entry-level Kenton Pickwick bus, and the Pickwick bus was like a 1929, 1930 bus. Nickel tires, but no nickel grill, no embellishments. This was the cheaper version, nickel dime, where if you went up in size, you could get the Kenton with an extra stripe of embellishment, and then gold was used here. There was probably gold on the headlights too, so maybe this was another 5-10 cents. And then an extremely, extremely rare version of the bus, the Pickwick bus, has this nickel grill front and a spare tire. This is a pretty spectacular version when you consider how many little holes are in here, how many windows, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would say we're getting close to 25, even 30 windows and holes. And it becomes extremely difficult to cast these without finning or these perfect pillars to become imperfect. So I think Kenton stopped that one really quickly. And then, of course, it has a separate piece of nickel grill, so these would break right on the pillar. You compare that with the next size up of Kenton. This toy was in Stevie Wirt's collection. And you know, you get the silver, and the green, but it's just a size up. It's a really nice proportion with this rear spare. And Stevie's toy, it was restored, by the way, but Stevie's toy looks spectacular. The condition's great, and it's mellowed because of age. She probably had it restored like in the 80s, so we're looking at 35, 40 years of age. It looks great. Hats off to the restoration guy. I think he was in PA. And then we jump a size up and we look at a relic. This is like a Colt 45 found at Custard's Last Stand. Colt gun. It's pitted. The axles are wonky. The wheels are wonky. But it's cool. So, you know, something like this, I actually advise the guy to not restore. This may hit the market, but it's a fun place where you can roll it around and you can hold books up with it, or you know, you could put your little toys in the back and decorate. So we go from small, slightly bigger, medium-ish to what the heck, gigantic. And here's an original Pickwick coach. So this was at the top end of the price point and probably second most difficult to cast. I might even argue the most difficult to cast, because when you get a very long piece of cast iron that's thin, that requires these supports, requires a rivet and a second rivet to be bucked to hold it together. This has to be dead straight. You have to pour, like with 2 ladles of metal, if this is sitting in a mold, you have to pour really quick at a very consistent temperature, or else it warps. The old timers knew how to do that. After that old time knowledge, not many people in the world could do something this large, and then hold the seam so perfect. The seams were probably ground a little bit, but I mean, the straightness is amazing for such a big piece of cast iron. And so the driver was pushed in, it's integral, and then riveted in place. The driver here was pushed in and integral. This would have been a separate nickel. The grill and the driver was pushed in with the rivets. This size, though, that was a piece that was eliminated to cut cost, and then cost was cut here. I will notice a lot of Kenton toys are signed or have lettering inside the fender wells or the back, so you can always look for that lettering. Yeah, see here it says Kenton, Ohio, Kenton Toys. And then finally you get something like this International, and for whatever reason Arcade said, we don't need no stinking driver, so they didn't do a bench seat. They didn't spend the money internally. They didn't put a driver in it, but they just said, let's get the lines beautiful, flowing, and perfect. So Arcade didn't do drivers, and that was more mid-30s. This is more early 30s and 29. So it's just worth noting that the industry started eliminating pieces to save money in a highly competitive Depression era. Smaller Kenton bus. One of the next sizes up. Quite a rare variation with the nickel grill. My mentor, Stevie Wirtz, Pickwick bus. She sponsored me at the Antique Toy Club of America. And we got a nice relic of a Mack truck. And then an extra large Pickwick bus. Okay, with that, I hope you enjoyed the tour of Kenton buses, and we just threw in a couple of Arcade toys for contrast. Hope you have a great day. Please keep us in mind for your toy collections, especially cast iron, tin toys, robots, space toys. You can send us an email to toys@AntiqueToys.com, and I can always help, offer a buyout, offer consignment, and we are running auctions, so just inquire for more details. Also, please be sure to support our producer, who is a great artist on t-shirts. The Panzer blog has t-shirts on it, as well as AntiqueToys.com, so check out the swag. All right? Have a great day. Have a great afternoon, great morning. Cheers from Ed over at Antique Toys, and take care, okay? Bye.